I'm Michelle Ruyle, Vice President of Digital Transformation here at Intelisys. As we reimagine the new next together, our conversation is about digital transformation. Today, we're talking with Craig Schalgbaum, SVP Indirect Channel Sales at Comcast, Scott Kinka, CTO and founding partner of EvolveIP, and Kristi Lakich, RVP Channel Sales, Mitel. Hi, Craig. Glad to have you with us today.
Hey, Michelle. Good to be here, and Happy New Year.
Same to you. Hey, McKinsey & Company says that the pandemic has accelerated digital transformation adoption by 6 years. Is that what you're seeing?
It is. And in fact, I just opined on this. I wrote a blog yesterday in LinkedIn that talked about the golden age of the channel. And what it's done is customers are now going to our partners saying, hey, I've got to pivot, and I've got to pivot immediately. And that happened obviously earlier this year. It continues on. But I don't think there's ever been a higher demand for the needs of our partner and their skills that they can provide to these customers to make the pivot over to digital transformation, and obviously working remotely is part of that. So I see a rapid change happening, and particularly I see it in remote workers, but in our case also, we're selling a lot of SDN, and that's become a big transformation element as well, from legacy MPLS networks over to digital networks. And so there's a lot of acceleration. I totally agree with that statement.
Hey, Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, I like the 6 number. I do. The 6 years, Gartner is saying 3 to 5 in the numbers that we've been working through in our sales processes. But let's just say it's a pretty hefty increase. You know, I think back to 2019 at Channel Connect, our solo session was what is workstream collaboration, and we were packed. It's amazing to think that that was fall of 2019. And you consider that today we've enhanced it to a scenario where those workstream collaboration tools really got most businesses through the pandemic. You know, if you take Microsoft Teams as an example, you know, roughly 140 million daily active users by the end of 20. Really just crazy. So our entire conversation has changed in 1 year. And I agree completely with Craig. What a watershed opportunity for our partners.
Yeah. Wow. Kristi, what are you seeing?
For years, we've talked about how technology would enable people to work from anywhere, anytime, over any device. And now here we are in the future we've created, solving problems we couldn't have imagined that we would be confronted with. So yes, definitely.
Wow. Hey, Scott, so what has your company, EvolveIP, done to actually digitally transform?
You know, we embraced our own tech. And we'll sort of talk about what that is. But I think that the primary thing that a business needs to determine at this point is what's the perimeter of the business, right? And I think in this world, you know, we've built IT infrastructures around 4 walls, right? Let's get people to the office where our applications are. And, you know, sure, every business has a remote strategy, but that remote strategy is generally considered the alternative, right? Somehow substandard to being in the office. And I think that's the biggest mental change you need to make. We were thankfully in a position where in late 2019, we had already begun making some moves. As an example, you weren't allowed to get on a meeting without video, you know, in mid 2019 inside of our business. And we had already integrated, you know, our own voice stack into Teams, and we're moving down that route. But from our perspective, we just embraced the tech that we had, right? We sent everybody home. We fully embraced Teams. We very quickly in March worked with our HR department to move our entire intranet into a channel in Teams and shut down a bunch of legacy properties. We insisted all the meetings were online. And then, you know, we were very well positioned, obviously, because of our work in DaaS and digital workspaces. But the key was really around, you know, building governance around how you act. Like, be dressed for a meeting, even though you're at home. You know, be prepared to do your meetings online, have appropriate lighting, think about things like lighting and devices and home bandwidth, and really embrace that technology that we all went through. I don't want to speak for Kristi or Craig, but I think our businesses all went through the exact same thing that our partners and customers have gone through. How do we just move super quickly?
Yeah, I think your example is exactly what every other company is doing. Thanks for sharing your story with us. Kristi, what advice do you have for partners around digital transformation?
As a partner, we need to stay front of mind and provide them with the solutions they need today, as well as things that they need in the future. So what you need to be is a true consultant, a true trusted advisor for your customers, and to utilize all of the solutions that Intelisys offers for you, and to look at the bigger picture, and just really stay front of mind. The only other thing I would say that I think is really important today is your digital persona is your new brand. So your LinkedIn profile, what you post, your virtual events, your presence, everywhere that you can be digitally, is very important to stay front of mind.
Kristi, I think you really gave some great advice there about our partners' digital footprint and what that looks like. And that's very new for our space, right? It's something that the partners need to start embracing and realize it's here today, right? And they've got to make it happen. Hey, Craig, tell us how COVID, the new normal, has impacted your go-to-market strategy.
Well, it's had a profound impact. And the good news for us is we started down that road even before COVID. And one of the biggest things we've done is made a multi-million-dollar transformation of our back office systems, a project we call Orion, which in the end for the channel will mean a lot more ease of doing business in the way they work with us. There'll be APIs into Intelisys that we never had before. And we transformed 20 different applications we used to have down to 4, which will translate into a lot easier experience for the partners to deal with customers. And so we were down that road anyway, but we put it on steroids in 2020. You have to do unique things to capture the mind share, because I think there's a lot of video fatigue out there right now. And we're trying to change that as we work forward, and then give our partners the social media content they need from Comcast to populate their social media properties with information they can use and easily make that pivot themselves. Because we obviously put millions of dollars into this at a corporate level, but we're trying to provide that especially to our top partners to give them that ability to scale and do the same things that we do. So those are a few of the transformation elements. We're even looking at conversation analytics tools like Gong and Chorus to change how we talk to partners and what we can learn from those conversations, because they're all remote.
Gosh, Craig, that's some good stuff. It definitely sounds like there's a theme here, and digital transformation is about our partners and them looking to get their digital footprint kind of settled. And it's great to hear that you're having some tools that can help them strengthen that. Craig, Kristi, Scott, thanks so much for being here today with us today and having this conversation. We sure appreciate it. You can find more information about these Intelisys suppliers on My Intelisys. Bye for now.